Just give me a second.
Yeah.
So, in the last class, we started the topic integers, and we
Yeah.
studied, yeah. So we studied various properties like addition and subtraction. Then we studied the closure property, various properties. Okay, just quickly let's revise. So, Razan, tell me what is the closure property?
Closure property means when both addition and subtractions are closed under closure property.
So what is basically the closure property? That whenever you add or subtract two numbers, two integers, you're going to get an integer only. Okay, that is the closure property. Then commutative law. What is the commutative law?
If we add integers in any order, we get the same.
Yeah, you get the same number. Now, Harmeen, tell me that is commutative law true for subtraction and addition?
For addition, it's true, but for subtraction, it's not.
Yeah. Then what is the associative property?
Yeah, associative when we add, when we group three numbers in different, when we group three numbers in different order, then also we get the same integer.
Okay, basically when we have three integers, we group them in any specific order. Like we can first either group the first two numbers or the last two numbers, we'll get the same answer. What is the meaning of additive inverse, Razan?
When we add any number with 0, we get the same number itself.
Okay, then we practiced a few questions. Uh, did you guys do your assignment that I posted?
Yeah, ma'am.
Have you submitted the assignment?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Do you have any doubts in the assignments? Do you wish to ask any question?
No, ma'am.
No
Yeah,
doubts?
ma'am.
Okay, I'll once check the assignment and then I'll repost. You can check your answers. Now we have multiplication and division. Okay, so I told you that in multiplication and division, whenever we have like different signs in the numbers, so like we have different signs. We have a -5 and we have a +3. So the answer will have a negative sign. If we have the same signs, then the answer will have a positive sign. Okay, like we have negative and negative. So I had a positive sign. I had positive, positive. I had the positive sign. Okay. So whenever there are different signs in the numbers, I will have a negative sign. Whenever I have same signs in two numbers, I'll write as positive sign. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now next I shall give you a few questions. You have to do them. Solve these and tell me the answers.
Ma'am, finished.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So what's the answer?
First minus 32.
Okay. Next.
Next, plus 16.
Next, Razan, you tell.
A positive 21.
Okay. Last,
Negative 10.
-10. Okay. Good. Your answers are correct. Now we have. So I'll tell you one way of multiplying numbers. Okay. Now you have next set of questions.
Ma'am, is it negative 31?
Yeah, negative 31. These three questions also do. Did you get your answers?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me.
M.
Tell me the first answer, Harmeen.
Yes, ma'am. Minus sorry, plus 3100
Plus 3100. Then next.
plus 1. Yeah,
Plus 1800.
Okay, the last one.
I didn't finish the last one.
No, this is the second one. What is the last one? Answer. 83 into 28.
I'm doing the last one.
Okay. Do it. What's taking so long? You just have to multiply 83 and 28. Multiply it. You'll get 2324. Okay? You understand this? So now I think you should be clear with how we put the signs when we are multiplying two integers, right? Now we shall be studying some properties of multiplication. So the first property is the closure property. right? What was the closure property? That whenever we, for addition and subtraction, it meant that whenever we are adding or subtracting two numbers, we got an integer only. Now closure property is true for here also. Okay, that means whenever we are adding or whenever we are multiplying two integers, we'll get an integer only. Like let's consider I have integer a and I have integer b. When I will multiply these integers, I will get some integer c. Now, if a is an integer and b is also an integer, then c will also be an integer only. So multiplication follows the closure property, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then next is the commutative law. Talking about the commutative law, okay, what was the meaning of commutative law for addition and subtraction? It meant like whenever I'm adding two integers, I'll get the same answer on even reversing the order. Okay, so it was true for addition, but it was not true for subtraction, right? It was not true. Will it be true for multiplication? Do you think a into b will be equal to b into a? Do you think it is true?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, it is true. You can consider examples as well. Like you can say minus 2 into 3 is minus 6. And what is 3 plus 3 into minus 2? When you reverse the order, you will again get minus 6 only. So that means the commutative law is true for multiplication. Okay. Then the third law we have is the multiplication with 0. See, whenever I will add or subtract 0 to any number, like for example, I do any number like 2 plus 0, it will give me 2 only, or I do 3 minus 0, it will give me 3 only. I do minus 4 plus 0, I will get minus 4. I do plus 5 minus 0, I will get plus 5 only. I do plus 10 minus 0, I'll get plus 10 only. That means in addition and subtraction, my answer will be the number which is there in the question apart from 0. Okay, but whenever I'm multiplying a number with 0, like I have a number a and I multiply it with 0, what will be my answer? My answer will be 0 and not this
Yep.
number. Okay, like 2 into 0 is 2. Okay, or minus 3 into 0 is again 0. Right, so multiplying any number with 0, I get, I'm sorry, 0. So I get 0 only. Right. Now, what is
Yes,
the
ma'am.
multiplicative identity? What was the additive inverse, additive identity? Do you remember?
Additive identity was 0.
Yeah, the 0 one. Now, what is the multiplicative identity? In the multiplicative identity, I
One,
have like,
one, one.
yeah, 1.
Yeah.
For example, I have any integer a. Okay, and I multiply it with 1. So I will always get the same integer. This is the multiplicative identity. I can give you various examples as well. Like I have plus 4 and I multiply it with 1. I will get plus 4 only. If I have minus 6 and I multiply it with 1, I'll get minus 6 only. Okay, so this is the multiplicative identity for multiplication. The additive identity is like whenever I'm adding 0 to any integer, I'll get that integer only. For multiplicative identity, I have to multiply with 1. Do you understand this?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then next we have associative property. The fifth one. Okay, what was the associative property for addition and subtraction?
If we group 3 numbers and add or subtract them, so
We get
then
the same
also we
number. Okay, so now I'll
integer.
consider three numbers. Like I have A, I have B, and I have C. Okay, if I first multiply A and B and then I multiply C, or if I do like if I multiply B and C and then I multiply A, then my answer will be same only. Okay, I can even check
Mm.
it. examples, like you have minus 3 into minus 2 into 5. Okay, what you do here is you first multiply these two numbers. So you will have minus 3 into minus 2. Minus 3 into minus 2 is,
+6.
okay, plus 6. And then you multiply 5 to it. What is plus 6 into plus 5?
+30.
Plus 30. Okay, let's try to reverse the order. Now what I did, I grouped these two numbers. Okay, I will group these numbers. If I group these numbers, what will I get? Minus 3 will be, what is minus 2 into 5? Rasan, please pay attention in the class.
-10.
Attention. What is minus 2 into 5?
10.
10 or minus 10? What is
Minus 10.
minus 2 into plus 5?
Minus 10.
Yeah, minus 10. What is minus 3 into minus 10?
Minus 30. No, positive.
+30.
Plus 30. So you're getting the same answer. That means associativity is true for multiplication as well. Like for example, I have minus 12 into plus 5 into plus 4. And I say plus,
12.
and I say like, I have grouped these numbers. And then I say minus 12 into dash. So what will be here in this dash?
+5
Yeah.
into +4.
Yeah. So even if I group this, still my answer will be same only. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you understand this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now we'll come to the next property, the sixth one, which is the distributive law. What is the distributive law? Basically, uh, like I have a number, like I have minus 6, and I'm multiplying minus 6 with 10 plus 2. Okay, so what I will do is I will first see minus 6 is being multiplied with 10, then plus 2. So it is being multiplied with this whole number. So I will now open the bracket. And how will I open the bracket? I will first multiply minus 6 with 10. Now what is the sign between 10 and 2?
Negative.
10.
What is
Plus
the sign between 10 and 2? Plus sign. I will put a plus sign. And then I will multiply minus 6 with 2. Okay, the next number. So the bracket will be opened like this. Now I will solve it. So minus 6 into 10 is minus 60. Then there is a plus sign. Then minus 6 into 2 is minus 12. Okay, now we will solve this. So minus 60. What sign will I put here? I have two opposite signs together. So what will I put?
-12.
Minus 12. Okay, so what is minus 60 minus 12? It is minus 72.
Yeah.
Right? So that is how I'll get my answer. I'll give one question for you. Okay, so if I have to write this in the form of a law, how can I write? Like I have A is being multiplied with B plus C. So how can I write it? I can write it like A multiplied with B. Then I have a plus sign. So just put a plus sign. A multiplied with C. So this is the distributive law. Okay.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Now you have to check these results. So question 1 says you have to check this. Like 10 multiplied with 6 is equal to 10 multiplied with 6 plus 10 multiplied with minus 2. So tell me, is this true or not?
10.
You have to check it. So how will you check it? First solve this side and then solve this side. First, this is the LHS, this is the RHS. First solve and tell me.
Minus. Done, ma'am.
What's the answer?
In LHS 40,
Okay, and in RHS?
RHS also 40.
Okay, so that's it. Razan, are you also getting the same answer?
Ma'am, but how to in RHS there's like no brackets in that, so sorry.
So see, this is actually the property that I just now taught you. This is the distributive property. See, I multiplied 10 is being multiplied with 6 plus minus 2. Okay. So when I will open it, what I will do? I will first multiply 10 with the first number. So 10 multiplied with 6. Then I will multiply. Then I will put the center sign. Center is plus. I will put the plus sign. Then I will multiply 10 with this number, second number. So second number is minus 2. See, this statement is only written over here. Can you see it? Can you relate that this is the distributive law?
Yes.
Okay, see, I have just opened the bracket. So yes, LHS is equal to RHS. The second question is, minus 15 check this if this is true or not, the LHS and the RHS.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, are you getting the same answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what are you getting for LHS?
Yeah, for LHS plus 120 and for RHS also plus 120.
Okay, and what about you, Razan?
It's 120.
Okay, good. So now we have like I told you distributive law like this, that if I multiply a number with the product with the sum of two numbers, I can open it up and I can write a plus b, and then I will put this center sign. Center sign is plus. Then I will write a into c. Okay, this, I guess this is clear to you. But now if I say like a is being multiplied with the difference of two numbers, so difference is like b minus c. So now how will you open it? How will you open it?
A into, we will subtract B minus C.
No,
We'll
you will
open.
write A into B, then you will put this center sign. Center sign is negative. Then you will do A
That.
multiplied with C. Okay, you'll write like A being multiplied with C. So this is how you solve it. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So related to this, we have more questions. 10 multiplied with 6 minus negative 2 is equal to. Okay, let's open this. Let's just solve it using the distributive law. How will we solve it? I will do like 10 multiplied with first number. First one number is 6. Then I will put the center sign. Center sign is negative. Then 10 multiplied with the second number. Second number is minus 2. Okay. So now 10 into 6 is 60 minus 10 into minus 2 is minus 20. Okay. Now 60. Negative negative will become positive. Yeah, so my answer comes out to be 80. Right? Do you understand how I solve this?
Yes, ma'am.
Now I'll give you a few questions. You have to find the product. We just solve till F first. What will be the answers?
Ma'am,
Yes.
for the F, do we have to subtract or add?
You have to find the product. So you basically have to multiply all of them. There's a multiplication sign. Okay, what's the first one? What are you getting?
minus 3.
Okay, next.
Negative 225.
Okay, next.
Positive
600.
360. 360. Positive 360. No, sorry, 630.
Okay, next.
316.
Positive
Yeah.
360. Next.
Positive 230.
No, wrong.
Negative 270.
No. You are, what is minus 15 multiplied with 0?
Minus 15. No,
When you
0.
multiply a number with 0, what do you get?
0.
0. So no matter what the numbers are written, you're multiplying it with 0. Your answer will be 0 only. What's the next one?
Positive 1320.
Let's check. So you first multiply 12 with 11. Okay, your answer is correct. Next is solve for these numbers.
Okay, ma'am.
I'm finished.
Okay, what's the answer?
First, G is negative 162.
Negative 1. Just a minute.
360. Next is 360.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
24. Positive 24. 36.
Plus,
Yes, 36.
now let's check. The first one is 12, 9, 18 multiplied with 9. 162 is correct, but the sign, see, you have a positive sign, then you have a negative sign. So plus and minus will be minus, and then minus and minus will be plus again. So answer will be plus.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. For the next one, 360 is
Minus.
correct, but again, the sign will be minus. See, when you
Yes.
multiply these two numbers, you get a positive number, and then you multiply the positive number with a negative number, so you are getting a negative number. The signs are wrong. Work on signs. Then minus 1 into minus 2 is plus 2, plus 2 into minus 3 is okay, 24 is correct, and sign is wrong. Sign should be okay. You have two negative signs and three negative signs and one positive sign. So minus and minus will be plus, then plus and minus will be minus, and minus and plus will be minus. So it will be negative 24. Here positive is correct. I'll tell you one thing. Okay, just remember whenever you are multiplying, so in for multiplication only, not for addition and not for subtraction, only for multiplication, what happens when you have odd number of negative signs, like odd number, like you have one negative sign, you have three negative signs, or you have five negative signs, your answer will have a negative sign. If you
Yeah.
have even negative signs, then your answer will have a positive sign. Like, okay, in the first one, I had 1 and 2. So 2 is even. So I had even number of negative signs. So my answer is having positive sign. In the next one, I have odd number of negative signs. So my answer is having a negative sign. Then I'm having odd number of negative signs. So I'm having a negative sign in my answer. And then I have even number of negative signs. So I had a positive sign in my answer. Okay. Do you
Yes,
understand
ma'am.
this?
Yeah, ma'am.
So next one is, now we come to division of integers. For division of integers, like you will again follow the same rule. Like if you have two same signs, your answer will have a positive sign. When you have two different signs, your answer will have a negative sign. Okay, like I'll give you some examples. For example, you do negative 12 multiplied with positive 2. You have first write the answer. 12 divided by 2 is 6. Okay, what will be the sign on 6? You have a opposite sign. So sign will be negative. Okay. Then you have plus 20 divided with plus 5. Minus 20 divided with plus 5. Again, 5 divided 20 divided by 5 is 4. The sign will be negative because I had opposite signs. You will follow the same sign convention as you followed for multiplication. Okay, like now you have minus 32 divided with minus 4. So 32 divided by 4 is 8. You have same
8.
sign. So you will put a positive sign over here. Then 45 divided by 5. Okay, you have answer is 9 and you have opposite signs. So for opposite signs, you will put a negative sign. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
right. So now you have to just find these questions. 125 divided by minus 25. 80 divided with minus 5. 64 divided by minus 16. Just solve the answer first. First do 125 divided by 25. Then do 80 divided with 5. Then do 64 divided by 16. And put the signs at last. Okay, do not get confused with the signs in the starting one.
Yeah, ma'am. Done, ma'am.
Okay, what are the answers?
Yeah, the first one, -5.
Okay,
It was -50, right?
-15. Okay.
No, the first one I said -50, 50.
Okay, listen,
No,
please speak a little loudly.
five
Your voice is too low.
-50.
Okay. Next is
No, ma'am, I said first one is -50, 50.
you're saying 50. The next one,
Yeah. The last one, -4.
okay. These are the answers that you are getting.
Ma'am, second one I got -16.
Ma'am, it's 160. -160. Second one.
-160.
Yes.
Okay, let's check. So first is 125 divided by 25. First you'll do. So what will you get on 125 divided by 25? What will you get?
5.
You'll get
5.
5. Razan, how are you getting 50? Don't you know how to divide? It's very basic mathematics. You just have to divide the numbers. 125. 25 into 5 is 125. You'll get 5. And the sign will be a negative number because it's positive and this is negative. So you'll get a negative number. Okay? Do you understand
Ma'am,
this?
if there are more than 1 0, we put the 0 on the up, right?
No, why will you put a 0? You're not carrying any numbers. Did I carry any number? No. We put a 0 only when we are carrying numbers. I am directly getting 25 into 5 is 125. The next is 80 divided with 5. What is 80 divided with 5?
-16.
Yeah, it's -16. Razan, how can you get 160? It's -16. And then 64 divided with 16 is -4. Because, see, you have opposite signs in all the cases. So that is why you're getting negative signs. I'll give you a few more questions. Now, next question is -36 divided with -4. Okay. And second is 16 divided with -16 divided with +16 divided with +4. Tell me the answers.
Ah, done, ma'am.
Then, ma'am.
Okay, what is the first one?
+8.
9,
Oh,
Plus
sorry.
9,
Yeah, +9.
+9. Okay. And the second one?
+8.
+8. Okay, what is the basis? How did you get your answer? So first of all, you will just normally divide, like you have 36 and 4. You will divide 36 and 4, you'll get 9. You'll do 16 and 2, you'll get 8. Now, how will you put the signs? You will just see that the question, if both of the numbers have the same sign, then you will put a positive sign in the answer. If both of the numbers have different signs, then you will put a negative sign. So here, both the numbers, this negative and negative, so you put a positive sign. Then you have positive, positive, so you put a positive sign, okay? Do you
Yes,
understand?
ma'am.
Okay, very good. So, do you have any doubts in today's class?
No.
Whatever we studied, do you wish to ask anything? Is everything clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I shall be posting an assessment for this as well. And then, okay, by the next class, I guess we'll finish this topic. We'll finish this chapter. Now, after finishing this chapter, let's just see your syllabus. Okay, so we have done fraction.